give you guys a lot of demystification of AI, what it actually is. Then we're going to get into some of the practical stuff all the way at the end. But as Arif said, full contact conversation. If you have a question, comment, concern, think I'm absolutely wrong on something, too bad, get another drink. No, I'm just kidding. Only wave your hand in front of my face, and I will give you an answer that's probably inadequate for the 30 seconds that I'm going to let you talk. So that's really how this all works. I've been doing this a long time. I've been specifically in the machine learning space for about a decade. Machine learning, we're going to talk about that in a second. I started off my career in computer vision. Computers 10 years ago were really bad at distinguishing between a blueberry muffin and a chihuahua's face. Okay, that's the first project that I ever got to work on. So that said, we're going to go through and kind of give you the history over the last 3.5 years. I've been with the Bureau, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI, as a consultant on artificial intelligence specifically. So I've worked across 2 different administrations, regardless of what political aisle that you may fall on. I've worked on both sides. With that, I've retained my role at the Bureau. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, that's a massive accomplishment. Let's define AI because no presentation is not a presentation or a keynote unless you have a definition. If you listen to 3 words tonight, it is directly on the screen. Okay, artificial intelligence should be thought of the collection, consolidation, and decision from a computer or AI tool. That's it. If you collect data, you consolidate it, and then you make a decision in any way, shape, or form, you can big bucket put it into artificial intelligence. That decision could be code, it could be a voice, it could be a funny photo of your dog dressed up as a pirate, whatever you want. But that's really all that we're going to talk about today. Does anyone think that ChatGPT is not really big? Okay, cool. It does more average users per month than Netflix. It does about 1,000 questions per month. I mean, 1 billion questions per month. They have actively paying 700 million users. Okay? Who thinks technology and humans adopt technology really slow? Okay. Who thinks not slow, but at a slower rate than they like? Okay. I'm going to prove all of you wrong. You ready? Everyone, put your glass down for 90 seconds. Okay. Take your dominant hand and stick out your pinky like so. This is an interactive portion. You have to do this. Yep. Yep. Pinky, dominant hand. No, don't finish the text message in 10 seconds. Dominant hand like this. Non-dominant hand, index finger. Okay. Take your index finger. Start at the innermost knuckle. It's okay. I promise. Innermost knuckle of your pinky. And then just slide your dominant finger down until you feel this pinky. You'll find it. It's between the second and third area. Does everyone feel that? Okay, that's exactly where you hold your cell phone. And it's worse on your dominant hand than your non-dominant hand. Okay, so you've ruined your career as a future hand model just by using your cell phone. Okay, it is quite literally worse on one hand than the other. It's like 98% of people have this. It's noticeable if you hold your pinkies in front of you and just look at them. We're all going to have a really rough time when we're older trying to grab stuff. Okay. That said, artificial intelligence, just like ogres and onions, they have layers. Okay. Generative AI is the newest flavor of the month when it comes to artificial intelligence. If we look at these concentric circles, as far as the amount of AI tools that are in the market, generative AI would just be the size of the letter A that is small in generative. And it'd be significantly smaller than the other larger brackets because it's really been only mass market pushed over the last 3-4-ish years. You just go to chatgpt.com, you maybe uploaded a couple documents, and then you got an output. Then we moved onward to having like this thing of an agent where a process, you could, hey, book my flight for X, Y, and Z on any of the AI tools. An agent would go and look at Kayak. An agent would go look at Expedia. An agent would go look at your preferences and places to stay based on prior conversation. And it would pull all this information together and then present it back to you. Where we're moving towards is that doesn't happen in just one orchestration tool. An agent or an artificial intelligence orchestration tool would say, hey, go look at Rob's LinkedIn, see where he's been recently, because he posts about it all the time. Go look at Rob's preferences in our historical conversations. Go look at these available places that don't have high tariff rates from these publications. Go look at X and see what the current situation is in XYZ location because there's wildfires that are happening in Sicily. So it aggregates all this information, but instead of using one tool, it would use Grok, it would use Gemini, it would use OpenAI for different tasks based on those. And that's really where we're moving towards. There's only 3 ways that you can implement AI in your business. Okay? I've done this presentation to some 15 to 20,000 people. There's only 3 ways. Anyone tells you that there's more ways, they're lying to you. There's only 3. I can implement AI to share information between people. That's called knowledge democratization. If I run a business and Peggy Sue, who's been doing HR and accounting for my entire time that business exists, and I want to replicate her or have her information be able to be shared to other employees, that's knowledge sharing, knowledge democratization. The second one is data analytics and insights. I want to give you all of my P&L, artificial intelligence. Tell me ways that I can save money. Cut staff. Standard answer. Just like everything. The third one is content generation. Hey, this is my business. Generate some piece of content for me so that I get more people in the door, whether that's text, whether that's image, whether that's video, et cetera, et cetera. This is where I open the floor up. Does anyone think that there's something that falls outside of those 3 categories? And this is okay. Raise your hand. I'll make fun of you, and then we'll move on. Anyone? They are like making duplicate. Like famous people are like, oh, duplicating themselves. Yeah, where does that fall? That's okay. So that's a little 2 different things, right? So if I wanted to make a digital version of you, okay, I need to know who you are. So I need to aggregate a bunch of data and understand who you are and have a bunch of insights around it, and then I need to create a version of you that someone can talk to. So that would be both of those at the same time. Content generation, which would be sound, voice, or image, or like you. There is a company that is in the Silicon Valley, for those of you that don't believe that this is true. The company is called Delphi. The website's with Delphi. You can make a digital version of yourself that your grandkids or great-great-great-great-great-great-great-kids can talk to if you so desire. However, it's very expensive. Robotics. It's really good. Okay, so robotics. Let's break it down. Hypothetically, I want robot X to find a thing and then move a thing to a new place. Okay? Finding the thing. Data analytics and insights. It's got to know where the thing was last and then go and find it. Content generation, it has to execute code so that it moves the robot in the right direction and goes and picks it up. Cool? All right, you guys are silent. I love this. This is really good. This either means one of 2 things. 1, you're hungry and your mouths are full. Or 2, I've captivated you. The third option is blink twice if you feel like you're being held hostage. I work with the Bureau. Everything's fine. Okay. Let's talk about statistics. For anyone that doesn't know this, 72% of people, according to Microsoft, say that they don't have the time and or energy to do their job. 72% of people say that they don't have the time or energy to do their job. Okay? Think about that. Let's rationalize that. We can have a generational conversation if you'd like. The really interesting part is that 77% of people said that they were willing to give portions of their job to artificial intelligence. That leads us to our next point here, which is 78% of people are bringing their own AI tools to work. For all those in your security in the room, or cybersecurity in any way, this makes your skin crawl. For those of you who are like, that's not that much, that's a lot of people, okay? 78% of employees in some way, shape, or form are using artificial intelligence in the business today to do things on your behalf as a business owner or an executive. And they may not be doing it the right way. This is where we ask, how many people have an acceptable use or AI governance policy in their business? Kathy, don't raise your hand. Her hand was halfway up. If you don't know Kathy, raise your hand. She's the greatest person on the face of the earth. Everyone on the web. Literally, love her to death. I have been a good friend. Okay, friend. Acquaintance at best with Kathy. 82% of the companies are implementing AI in their businesses, specifically generative AI. So if you feel like you've missed the train on generative AI in your business, I'm going to pull you back and tell you why you have not. Who's heard of like the 5-year or 3-year tech roadmap before? Yes, just nod. Most people have. Most organizations go, we're going to change tech every like 5 or 3 years. Okay. Your largest companies have taken that 5-year roadmap and thrown it out. They've taken their 3-year roadmap and thrown it out, taken their 1-year roadmap and mostly crumpled it up. Most of your Fortune 500 plus are working at like a 90-day roadmap because of artificial intelligence. Okay. NVIDIA specifically works on a 90-day roadmap. Okay. The trillion-dollar company. So there's no time like the present to adopt AI. Artificial intelligence today is the worst it will ever be. Keep that in mind. Okay. Let's go into models real quick. We got to run through these. If you haven't tried, actually, let's preface that. Does anyone run a multi-billion-dollar energy company and or data center? Just a reference. Okay, there's 2 ways that you can adopt artificial intelligence, not 3. Okay, you either can consume what is available to you or extend what is available. That means I can go to chatgpt.com and use it. That is the consumption of AI. If I want to extend it, that's bringing those AI tools into my little ecosystem and allowing users to interact in my system with the artificial intelligence. If you ran a multi-billion-dollar company, you would be able to qualify into the build category. Sorry for me and all of you, we do not. Let's talk real quick about types of models that are out in the market. Who's heard of reasoning or thinking in relationship to AI? Pretty much everyone. That's the newest idea and concept that's out there. Okay. Every model, every organization underneath the sun has a reasoning and or thinking model. Okay. Don't worry about it. Everyone does it. It just means that the AI thinks about what you're asking before it gives you an answer. For some of you, that may be creepy. For others of you, you could care less. The real cognitive concept here is that the AI is not just going to give you an immediate answer. It is going to dissect and analyze the question being asked. That's a far cry from 8 months ago, where it was just like, strawberry has 2 R's. Okay? Very, very different. All right, with that, ChatGPT 4.0. ChatGPT 5 came out. Why aren't you talking about 5? We'll get there. Give me 30 seconds. ChatGPT 4 was the latest model that came out up until a week ago. It is really good. ChatGPT as a platform is very good at narrative resonance. Meaning, if I give it, hey, this is how I talk, this is how I share information, this is my shared lexicon, these are the things that I find interesting about my business, go and create a white paper, a marketing piece, et cetera, et cetera. ChatGPT is one of the best tools on the market for it. Okay? Now, talk about ChatGPT 5. ChatGPT 5, big flop. Okay? The reason that was a big flop is when they launched it, they did not route questions properly. How many ChatGPT 5 models came out a week ago? Does anyone know? Anyone? 3. There's 3 models that came out. There is a quick, a pro, and a thinking model. Rob, that means nothing to me. Congratulations. It didn't mean anything to me until I read it. The reason why ChatGPT 5 had a rough launch was they weren't routing questions automatically to those different tools. So it wasn't giving you really good responses. They've now corrected that. It's a good tool, but ChatGPT is more verbose. As the kids would say, it glazes you more or it hypes you up more. Okay? It's more friendly. ChatGPT 5, a little bit more professional. Less emojis, less M dashes, M dashes are those long dashes that you see in text that everyone uses. Quick way to know if someone generates something in AI. I do it all the time. The way to circumvent that is just say, don't use M dashes for anyone that doesn't know that. ChatGPT 5, though, is just a little bit more on the professional side. Let's move over to Gemini. Gemini 2.5, the highest performing model in the market. The best model. It is the smartest model. It has the largest context window. That means when I upload a book, a white paper, Gemini understands more of it than any of the other models in the market. Okay? It is very good. It is a great tool. It also has multimodality. You guys don't care what that is. It just means it's smarter. Okay? If you have not tried Gemini, give it a shot. You might be drastically surprised. Claude. Who's heard of Claude? Not used it, just heard of it. 7 of you. Sick. Okay. Claude, very, very good tool. Fantastic. Very curt, very aligned to giving you professional messages. Okay. Can be verbose, but not repetitive. Okay. Has a very nice integration layer. Who knows that Anthropic, the parent company of Claude, got sued and has to give away, has to pay out $1 billion on the claim. Okay, so great question. Anthropic, according to the case, unintentionally used 60,000 books that they did not have copyrights for. Yeah, but they used the free and publicly available one. They also said that they released their model open source, which means that they were not monetizing it. Anthropic got caught. They have $1 billion settlement that they got to pay out. So use it while you can. Who's heard of Grok before? Who read a headline about Grok in the last month? Okay, cool. Who thinks Grok is a legitimate AI tool? No one. Sweet. Okay. Who wants to be an active participant and thinks that Grok is a bad AI tool? Okay, fantastic. I have to repeat you back because there's people online. Why do you think Grok is a bad AI tool? Okay, it's got inserted bias. Inserted by whom related to what?
Inserted by the programmers at companies.
Yes, okay, cool. Do you think that Google and Gemini has a set of instructions implanted within it?
Yes.
Okay. Are they bad from Google?
I don't know. They could be.
Okay. So would you say that Grok has bias in it?
It has more apparent bias.
More apparent bias. Okay. So does the apparency of the bias make it better or worse than Gemini?
Perception. It's worse perception. But if you don't look at research, you think Gemini is better than Grok.
Okay. So this is like a false dichotomy that we're kind of playing around here. But every model has bias in it. Okay. Grok is very open on its bias. The other claim that most people say is, well, Grok is connected to X.com, and X.com has so many things that are hateful and horrible and awful, and it can get that information. It 100% can. Do you think that there is filtering from Grok on things that are on X? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Would it be intelligent to unfilter the things that are available?
Yes.
It would be intelligent to not filter them or to filter them?
I'm not sure.
It would be intelligent to filter some of the maybe anti-Semitic things that are on the platform. It would be smart to do that. Okay. So Grok is connected to X as well as the World Wide Web. What is every other artificial intelligence tool connected to? World Wide Web. So the filtering and the bias and data and resources are equally as bad across the board. Grok has just bad PR because they had a horrible incident happen. Everyone forgot when Gemini was making really horrible, historically inaccurate visualizations of content. Year and a half. In a year and a half, most people will forget that Grok had a bad incident. Okay? What I can tell you is I use all the tools. The latest version of Grok is really impressive. It's really impressive if you want to connect it to live stream sources. Some animosity in the room. We're not going to address it. I went viral on LinkedIn for saying that Grok was good, and there's a lot. If anyone wants to go look this up, there's a lot of Hitler saluting gifts in my comments. There's a lot of Mussolini gifts, the Italian, in the commentary. It's a black. Feel free to read through it. It's 300 plus comments calling me some level of anti-Semite and or a Nazi or racist or implicitly or explicitly, however you want to phrase it. So Grok is a good tool. Try it out. Hold off if you're concerned in any way. Grok is definitely the most malleable when it comes to bias and instructions. You can ask it to do ridiculous things and it will do it. Who uses Microsoft Copilot? Stop. It's bad. If you're integrated into the Microsoft ecosystem, it's really easy to get up and running. That's what this slide says. Let's go to pretty pictures. Who's used a visual tool in AI? Yes? Cool, fantastic. Who's seen this meme before? Besides this table, because most of you would know what a meme is. Okay. So this meme is from Skeletor, which is a He-Man cartoon way back when. He would come in and say something funny and then run away and say, "Until next time." That was his whole shit. Anyway, all right. Leave me alone. This is a meme. This is our visual representation. I'm going to show you each of the other tools' attempts at creating this meme. Here's the first one. Not great. This is from Grok. Take note of the weird fart cloud. So not good. Here's your next one from ChatGPT. This is ChatGPT 4.0 as well as Sora. Okay. Okay. Kind of close. Not great. Here's your next version from Midjourney. If you don't know, Midjourney is just a visual generation tool. That's what they do as far as artificial intelligence. They are currently being sued by Disney and Universal. Use it while you can. Very comic book. Also, different kind of fart cloud. This is Gemini. Okay. This is Gemini's VO3, their video module, as well as Flash image generation. So, what does that tell you? If you reference image, it's very hard to recreate because the technology does not do pixel-to-pixel recreation of images. But all the images on screen right now are completely fake. None of them are real in any way, shape, or form. But you have no reference to know they are real or not. So they're really good. They look great. That looks like a downtown Miami apartment. That looks like a legitimate cup of coffee panning out to a widescreen that's walking through a farmer's market. And that was the prompt. These tools are available for your business. Now, everyone in the room or someone in the room is going to go, what about copyright? Cool, call. Let's talk about copyright. If you edit the image or video generated by 1 pixel, you are the author. That is the current legislative way of thinking when it comes to AI-generated content. Is it good? No. Is it true? Yes. Does laws and the government lag behind that? Also, yes. We're going to get into some examples, but before I get into some examples, questions, comments, concerns, problems, quandaries. Anyone think anything I said was false? Does anyone know of something that I lied about? Does anyone want to call me out on anything? Anyone think it's slightly warm in here and there's a guy yelling? Just me. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pivot over to some ChatGPT. Before we get into ChatGPT, who does not pay for ChatGPT and uses it? please, for the love of God, pay the $20. Cancel Netflix, all right? For those of you that are like confused and are just chuckling, for those of you that are confused or just chuckling, when you pay the $20, you have the option of opting out of training AI's model, specifically OpenAI's model. If you don't pay the $20, the things that you put in, they will use with or without your permission. Pay the $20. Turn off the setting that says make OpenAI models better. That's it. That's all you got to do. Now you've protected yourself. Okay. All the other models have the same exact thing. Does for anyone else? Does everyone? Yes. 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 Does anyone not use ChatGPT in any way, shape, or form? Sick. I was going to buy you a drink. Exactly. Oh, it's a joke. Thank you. It's a boomerang joke. It takes a while to come back, but everyone gets it. All right, so I'm going to show you a quick product description generation. So this is a product from an e-commerce website. It's called the Silhouette. If you have a product ever and you sell it online, this is what it looks like. These suck. No one likes them. They're boring. When you go to an e-commerce website and you're purchasing something, you may look at this, but you'll look at it for like 1/10 of the time. So you can quickly upload this image in and say, can you place a sofa in a country modern living room? And then you get a really beautiful image. Here's our image. Looks great. That cost me $20 a month. I could do this for as many images as I want. Okay? It's really great. Now you may say, well, Rob, I don't like that. I would say, that's fine. Okay? That's okay. Here's a reference of a different room that I really like. And I can upload that reference and say, hey, can you recreate that into this living room that I have? And it'll do it. You could take any reference images, any background images, and ask the artificial intelligence to combine them together. What is our caveat related to that? Who remembers what I just said a couple minutes ago about image generation? Yeah, that was the legal one. Who remembers when we were talking about one-to-ones? It'll get very close, but it'll not do an exact one-to-one rendition of it. Okay? So just be mindful of that. There may be something that's different. You guys didn't look at these as long as I have. The difference is the location of the recliner thing in the image. That's the thing that's off between the reference image and not. So they just sent it to a photo editor and they just edited it out. Okay? So if you want to, you can do this extremely quickly. It's a fantastic way of doing it. I'm now going to show you custom GPTs. Who's heard of custom GPT before? Don't raise your hands. Anyone else? Yeah. Okay. None of you people have ever heard of a custom GPT. All of you people pay for ChatGPT. I'm going to give you the golden ticket to make your life 10,000 times easier when you use artificial intelligence, specifically ChatGPT. This is the time to lock in, forget that I'm very warm, and focus on the conversation that we're having. No, it's fine. I have half a glass of seltzer water. Okay, so custom GPT. You all have access to these, okay? When you go on the left-hand side, you click GPT right over here, okay? Let's see if we can, oh, not, okay. We're a little bit cut off. GPTs are on the left-hand side. What you're gonna do is, you're gonna go in the upper right-hand corner over here and click Create GPT, okay? What a custom GPT is when you ask ChatGPT to do a thing, you probably ask it to do that same thing often. For example, I want to generate marketing content. I want to generate job descriptions. I would like to respond to an RFP. Okay? Do any of these examples resonate with you? Okay, very well. If you do this task often, what you should do is create a custom GPT. The custom GPT allows you to upload your information right here, anything you want, into the GPT and say, hey, I want you, ChatGPT, to act as an HR representative focused on writing job descriptions. I want you to act as a marketing executive who's going to write marketing content for my business. I want you to write or generate website code for my website. Doesn't matter. It could be anything underneath the sun. And what's nice about this is you can customize that experience. And we're going to go to one that I use all the time. I run a blog. It's on LinkedIn. It's called The Innovator's Edge. It's great. If you haven't connected with me, you should do that. By just having a conversation in that left-hand side and uploading some documents, I can have it generate content that is in my brand voice, with my lexicon, with the way that I talk, and reference my information only. And the way that you do that is on the left-hand side here, even though the screen's a little bit cut off, can't do much about it. You name it. Then you give it a description. Hey, you're gonna be a content creator for this thing. And then you can have it with specialized prompt, a prompt that is going to be remembered by this ChatGPT interface. So you can say, hey, you're gonna write this content. Don't use index. Never use emojis. I really like that you do this. This is the intent, purpose, target audience of this blog. And you can keep all of this saved inside of a custom GPT. And then the really crazy part is, after you do that, you can upload references. You can upload PDFs. You can upload other job descriptions, upload information about your company. You can add all this information into this singular GPT that it will reference and remember. So I have a podcast transcript that's 3.5 hours, so it knows how I speak. It's got several other AI lexicon, glossary of terms that I use a lot. It's got a bunch of blog content that I wrote, and it references all of those items anytime I ask it to create content. You can do this for everything that you do. There's not a single thing that you do in ChatGPT that you shouldn't be doing in a custom GPT. And the reason for that is it'll reduce the amount of prompting you have to do ad infinitum, okay? Because it knows what you want. Now you may say, Rob, how do I write the prompt? Yes? Who's ever read, downloaded, looked through, saw an interview about prompt engineering? All of you. Okay. Give you the secret. I'm gonna give you the secret on prompt engineering. You ready? Ask the AI the prompt that you need. Just ask. It's gonna make the prompt for you. Don't try to game the system. Some guy selling an Excel sheet on LinkedIn that you have to comment thing on the face of the earth, man, on his post. But then he LinkedIn messages you, and you have to put in your email, and then he in 3 sends you an Excel file with a list of prompts is useless. Just ask the tool what prompt you want, and it'll write the prompt for you. If you really want to be crazy, you could say, hey, I'm trying to do this thing. This is as far as I got with my prompt. Can you make it better? And guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna make it better, guys. Use the tool. Don't try to game the system, okay? It's really easy. When you have these custom GPTs, and I have a ton of them, okay? For business, I have a whole bunch. Okay? I have one that is a co-host for my presentation where I send out the link and people can ask questions during it. It tracks it. I have one for content generation. I have one for contracting and MSPs. I have another one for transcription of notes that go from a technical document into our preferred outline for these things, so we can explore and discover features for the technical build. You can do everything in here. You can make one specific and privatized for your customer service. Okay? You can upload all your product information in there. And you know how much this costs? $20. Okay? A month. For now. For now. Your COO. If you want to replicate your COO, you can do it. Okay. So I will tell you that depending on which GPT version that you're working with, when you're building the GPT, just make sure you're saying, hey, can you create a prompt for ChatGPT 5.0 or ChatGPT 4.0? Okay, because they are different prompting guidelines. So the tool will make that differently. The other thing that I will say is you can just use this left-hand side and talk to it, and it'll walk you through the whole process, and it'll fill out everything on this configure side here. Okay. There's one other thing that you have to know when you make a custom GPT. You can share these publicly. However, if you share it publicly, someone else can extract the information from it. Okay? Like me. Yes. Nah. Nope. It's in ChatGPT. My screen is just dark mode. Versus it's in ChatGPT. It's called My GPTs. It's on the left-hand side. You just click it and you hit create GPT. Yep. Yeah. So if you need a prompt for ChatGPT, you just go to the main page of chatgpt.com. Okay. You start a new chat, you type in here, hey, I need a prompt for X, Y, and Z. All right, and it'll do it. If you want to make your own GPT, on the left side it says GPTs with a tiny S. Just for reference, OpenAI, not a product company, because they name all their stuff the same. So GPT little s is a custom GPT. That's what you're going to generate and create. That's what we're looking at here. Okay. The cool part about this is there's a ton of GPTs available. So if you're like, I need something for HubSpot, you can just type in the search bar. HubSpot, and it'll show you a bunch of GPTs that people have made and published already available. Okay. These people have intentionally or unintentionally published them. Some yes, some no. They are available though, right? So you can create one for your own business. This is a very good idea, maybe. If you want to have someone explore your business or be a little bit more discoverable, you can have them make yourself a custom GPT with all public information, and it can act as a customized GPT for you. And they're all available. Yes. Yeah. Yes. How do you then create it so that it becomes your own and then lock it down so that nobody else has that? That is a cocktail conversation that also skirts around the idea of ethics, so I can't say it publicly, especially not on a recording. Yeah. So, short answer, totally possible. Long answer, don't do that. Yeah, so if you eke out information that buttresses up against unethical. Okay, that's fair. So the NASA servers technically are public because they're in the cloud, right? You accessing that server, definitely not kosher. You should bring up this lawsuit because I'm not a judge. I didn't pass the bar. Here's the fact is it. Yeah, I know. That's why I said, go ahead, go sue someone. Yeah, sue someone else. I said, don't do it. Uh-huh. Mhm.
I put it in the search bar. I get
Mhm.
Inspire.
Mhm.
You know, I get all these, and I'm like, oh, I like the icon of the fourth one. Let me open this one.
Okay.
And it
Don't do that, by the way. Don't choose by icon. I'm going to tell you how to choose. Keep going.
and it completely aligns or somewhat aligns with what I'm trying
Yeah.
to sort of pick that one, which is complex. Take pieces of it, align with what I want to do, tweak it so that it's truly mine. And when it's that, I searched and it came up and I didn't do anything scary.
Okay.
How do you take?
I wouldn't say that on a recorded call. I can't answer your question. I can tell you very easily how to do this, but I also work for the government. Okay, but yeah, that is possible. There's things that you can do. There are things that you probably, if you do look at these tools, they do have a star ranking as well as a number of reviews. Okay, so that's a very easy way to do that. Understand that all rating reviews everywhere, including on Amazon, are fake. Oh, cool. Hello, online people.
From their couch in Colorado.
Oh, tell them I said stop.
So first she said, what is the difference between using a folder versus a custom GPT? Then she said, custom addressed it. I set up folders the same way as he just described the custom GPT. So I am just wondering the benefit of one versus the other.
I love this. For all of you that don't know what a folder is, for the next 90 seconds, take your fingers, those pinkies, and just shove them in your ears. Okay? Okay, so if you do know what a folder is, a folder does allow you to do custom instructions within a set of conversations. If you want to have all the conversations related to a project, you make a project folder. And then in that project folder, you only have conversations about that. Think of it much like we had like math and science. I would have a folder for math and all the different information related to the math would be in there. Same thing for marketing, same thing for a public project. The reason that you don't only use folders and use custom GPTs is because custom GPTs use a tool that's called RAG retrieval, retrieval augmented generation. What does that mean? It means that it reads all the documents you upload before giving you a response, where the folder just skims across the top of the documents that you provide. That's the technical answer. You could use both. You should use both, though. Okay. Other questions? Yes.
So for us who have staff that do different intelligence,
Good. Yes.
would you recommend, especially like lots of staff, that we should pretty much one account that's set up where they can kind of go, see it, log in, how it's planned? Or would you recommend maybe have the opinions on this still? Or should we have them each have their own?
Yeah, this is a good question. Hypothetically, in the terms of service, account sharing would probably be illegal. Kind of like with Netflix, when you're like, yeah, I can't log in from two different locations. So the short answer is, because we're on a recorded call, every team member should probably have a user account. OpenAI, I know you're going to watch it. However, hypothetically, if many people were sharing an account, the issue that you would run into is you don't know who's having what conversation as the administrator. Okay? And there's very easy ways to circumvent those ideas in there. Okay? So I would strongly suggest having an enterprise account with multiple logins. Okay? Also, if you're yes, yeah. Yeah, it has role-based access control, so you have an admin level, and then you have individual contributors. It has a tracking dashboard to see who does what and how they can kind of be lumped together. And they have some future expansions of these people are doing these types of tasks. You should have them go through this training that's free that we have publicly available. So there's some nice stuff that goes on there. But again, questions for cocktails and not on live stream. Anyone else with other questions? Yes, in the back. You go to my LinkedIn profile, so it's Rob Petrosino. Last name's P-E-T. No, realistically, there's no single news aggregator. I hope you're pulling out your phone. I got you. Okay. I was going to say, I hope you're pulling out your phone for this. Slide. This is my contact information. If you want to connect with me, please do so. It has all of my pertinent information. But there's no single news aggregate that has all the information that you would probably want and need. The reason for that is because, for the most part, each platform individually publishes their best tips and guidelines. Like ChatGPT 5 putting on their personal blog their ChatGPT 5 prompting guide and not publishing it everywhere. There are some good news sources that are out there. There's one that is escaping me, but it's, yeah, the one that I'm thinking of is a tool that's called Ben's Bites. It's a newsletter. It is a paid version and a free version. Really, really great guide. Been doing this a long time. If you want a podcast in an audio format, there's a platform that is called the Daily AI Brief or AI Daily Brief. AI Daily Brief. Very, very good one as well. Does a very good job of combining a lot of that information together. But more importantly, the best. Other questions, thoughts, opinions? Pretty good on time, huh?
Rob, you are moving heavy in the last half hour on ChatGPT.
Yeah.
So we got a room of small business owners.
Yes.
Who live in that. I often live in a place of I don't have enough time to do all the things I need to do.
Yes.
Many of them working with us to get better at that. Right?
Sure.
But obviously AI has accelerated that opportunity. Is your advice here that chat is the place that we'll be first?
No. Okay. So is the advice to only use ChatGPT? 1000%, 10 toes down, as the kids say. Don't do that. Why? Right now, the wars between artificial intelligence will not stop in the foreseeable future. So you don't know who's going to be the leader. The reason that we focused on ChatGPT is when we looked around the room, I asked how many of you use ChatGPT, and everyone used them. So that's why we talked about that tool a little bit more. But tools like Gemini has the same features of custom GPTs. They're called gems. Anthropic has their own version of custom GPTs that are called projects. All these platforms have the same features. It just depends on which one you gravitate towards a little bit more. But what I will say is, my suggestion has always been, you should be agnostic to the AI provider. You should build a system to adopt any AI tool, okay? That system is related to process, related to people, related to the technology. Techniques and process, then teams, then tech. That's the order of operations when it comes to the implementation, including buying something off the shelf. The short answer is use all the tools, try all the tools, get comfortable with all the tools, because if ChatGPT goes down and you can't use it and your brain ceases to function, you're going to be really
Let me ask you a real-time actual question that maybe is a good example for people in the room.
Yes.
So I needed to build a relatively complex compensation.
I'm sorry.
And I had to get creative.
Okay.
And in years past, I obviously would spend time with most people, like in a room, figure it out.
Okay.
And instead, I started to ChatGPT and started coding in what I wanted.
Okay.
And I was 90 minutes or so in, and GPT was incapable of following my clearly prompts.
Good. Yes.
And I then copied it exactly what I had.
Uh-huh.
I copied literally the entire trail, used it in Grok. Doing
Yep.
when I became Grok. I put it there and said, ChatGPT can't figure this out. Please follow all of my prompts, feedback,
Pandering to the witness. Gotcha.
and give them what I'm looking for.
Yep.
And in round one, I got 5 to 90%, like 30.
That's okay. You ready? Okay. I want you to do this test. I want you to do the exact same thing. Just open a new window in ChatGPT, use the same prompt. Okay? Here's why ChatGPT failed. We talked about tokenization. Okay, that's how much information an artificial intelligence can understand at a single time. When you have a long conversation, it is starting to replace memory from the beginning of the conversation with the late conversation factoids, right? So it's pushing that memory out of storage. Okay, it's forgetting things in this long form conversation. The reason that Grok did a really good job because it had no memory. It took all the conversation that you just had and went, oh, okay, cool. My memory's full now. Here's your prompt. If you took that conversation and put it into ChatGPT, you would probably wind up getting equal, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, depending percentage-wise, because it's a fresh conversation from the AI tool. So if you ever get down a rabbit trail of prompting and you're like, it's not doing what I want, stop, start a new you missed. No. Stop, start a new conversation because now it has a fresh set of memory. Okay, so that's the real thing. It runs out of remembering in the long form conversation. Also, AI psychosis is a real thing. If you're struggling mentally, don't go and talk to an AI. Public service announcement: there's been 25 cases of people getting hospitalized, having psychotic breaks from having too long of conversations with artificial intelligence. Be mindful of that. Check on your children. All right. Yeah. It's my kind of kid.
So you can kind of see where this is going.
Yeah.
She has a really great relationship with her. She'll tell me stuff. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
But the ethics involved. So how do we
Yeah.
YouTube?
This is good.
Not too
Yeah. Okay. Fair. So, two things. Personal question: did you ever cheat in school? You're a liar. Your pants are literally on fire. Yeah. Okay. No. Hear me out. Okay. So, my generation, I remember this distinctly. I'm slightly younger than you. Okay. My generation, I remember this distinctly. You're not going to walk around with a calculator in your pocket now, are you, Mr. Petrosino? No. I have a literal NASA satellite in my pocket at all times that I want. Okay. So here's the thought process. We are going to adopt and adapt to artificial intelligence, much like the way that you couldn't have imagined not having a phone connected to the wall. Okay. It is going to give users, individuals, children, new ways of going through the educational process that we really fathom or understand. Every AI tool during the summer months saw somewhere between a 40 and 70% reduction in usage. So, yeah, of course. I didn't even answer the first one, but yeah, of course. I feel like your husband.
but we're probably
Yeah. What'll wind up happening is we will have youth, children, thinking in a realm and plane that we won't really fully understand. Just like they interact with iPads at 3 years old, where we can't really fathom us as a 3-year-old. So that symbiosis between human and technology is going to continue. If you're limiting their usage for a variety of reasons, it's not a bad thing. It's just like limiting social media access. But they should be able and understand how to use the tools. Using the tools, I personally believe, will actually create a different realm of creativity that most people won't fully understand until a generation is much older. And that creativity will be having a partner in your thought process that most of us don't have now.
So what are your
Oh, okay. So what are my thoughts on perplexity? Who knows what perplexity is? Okay. I'm sorry. Who knows what happened with perplexity yesterday? Okay. They just put out an offer to buy Chrome for $34 billion. Okay. So yeah, complete under evaluation. So perplexity is Google's search of the new age. It is conversational artificial intelligence that does research based on websites. They did put out that bid. The reason they put out that bid is because does everyone know what Cloudflare is? Okay, 3 of you. Cloudflare, it hosts websites, okay, and it tracks who goes to those websites. Easy way of explaining it. Kathy will help me later. It's a CDN, whatever. So Cloudflare just caught Perplexity scraping websites, even though those websites said don't scrape. So it's a little bit of PR push and pull right now. But Perplexity is a great tool. It's really, really good. They allow you to bring your own artificial intelligence API into the platform. So if you have a preference on the specific AI search tool engine that it uses, they have their own. Really, really good tool. I like it a lot. I have no idea. I don't know what company. Who's Bill? I gotcha. Sorry, Bill. Bill, don't use DeepSeek either. Oh, public service announcement. Don't use DeepSeek. If you have it on your phone, if you know what it is, don't go to the website. Don't even Google it. It's a Chinese CCPA-based artificial intelligence tool. It is linked to a litany of security breaches. I didn't even pull out my badge, man. We forgot about that so long ago. But yes, don't please. Okay, text me. Wait. Oh, it just came out. Did it come out in the last hour when I was presenting? I'm sorry. How dare I? Someone over here. Do you have a question? And then you. Yeah. Oh, the MIT study. Okay, so MIT released a study that said people that use artificial intelligence for papers don't remember. That's what the study said. That got manipulated. There's a cognitive decline when you use artificial intelligence. You're still in college. Okay, we'll talk about it over beer. He's a senior. He's a senior. The short answer is there's a misrepresentation of that study in the market overall. Just like you cram for a test and then lose all of that information after the test, it's the same thing that happens with artificial intelligence. The reason that you remember useless things for a long time, such as mitochondria is the right. The reason you know this because you had a demon in your brain, you had them in a little die cut like thing, you know, label it, make a diagram, mobile, whatever of a cell. That is useless information. No one needs that. Everyone knows that. Okay, so I think it is an overblown assumption. Cognitive decline is a ridiculous term to use. Yes, you don't remember that information because the artificial intelligence is doing a bulk of the heavy lifting when it comes to resourcing that information and writing it, but you should be the one driving that. So I think it's overblown. Do you want to tell me your story now or let someone else ask questions? Yeah, that was a good set, right? That was good. You're gonna do great in this world, son. Oh, it's Perplexity's browser. Guys, not an artificial intelligence. Okay. No, this is good. So Perplexity launched a browser that's called Comet AI. The browser adapts and understands how you interact with websites and then reformats and engages you in the way that you interact. What do I think of it personally? I don't like anyone getting any more information that they already have on me anywhere on the internet. So using an artificial intelligence that is deeply personal in a platform that I'm going to use constantly, it gives me a lot of heebie-jeebies when it comes to targeting. Okay, specifically targeted ads, information, data, sensitivity. I'm going to Comet AI, and there's an artificial intelligence tracking me when I do my online banking. That is another question that I can't answer on microphone. Yeah, we got plenty of beers coming up. I know we're over on time. I know we got to do the survey. I want to make sure everyone does this. I can answer a couple more questions. It is the right hand. Any other questions for Rob? Yeah, there's plenty of people. I can go back there. There's a lot more. No. Explain this. While they fill it out, I'll talk.
So real quick, and not me, with Marie and this glowing presentation.
Glow.
Here, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go pass out. Leave me
A
alone.
lot of calories.
Yeah, that's why I eat so much.
Our job is to push it. Right? We stand still, and we're not going to be any help to our clients. And so, what do? We try to do new things, and we have tools. We think they work, but what else is possible? And so, what we did coming out of this is Rob's going to have this amazing presentation. How do we leave you something to actually implement in your business? Because we can all take the information, we can all take notes, but if you can't use it when you get home or to the office tomorrow, what's the point? And so what we did, actually what Joe did and spent the last week on, we used a new tool called Bolt, right? ULT is a pretty amazing new tool, and we did our best to build something that you can actually use. And if you scan the AI tool QR code, it's going to give you a questionnaire. It's going to ask you about your business. It's going to ask you what kind, what industry, what size, what are your biggest challenges, and what you're going to get back is a decent proposal on what you should go do. It may offer some actual specific tools. It may just give you a general sense of what you should be doing to get more automated, to get more efficient, what AI tools you should use, and what you're missing because of it. You can also do it multiple times, right? So as it asks challenges, go back and change it. You probably have more than one challenge, right? And so put in new prompts, and it's going to give you a bit of a roadmap to work with your coach on or to go back on and try to develop into your business. So we always want to be delivering something that you can actually utilize and not just listen to. So before you leave tonight, scan that, save the bookmark the site. We obviously can send it back out. We're obviously going to send all of these slides out. We're going to send Rob to all of your offices over the next couple of weeks so he can energize your team. But this is an idea to try to do more. And we're not perfect, right? We're just giving it a shot. And that's what we're trying to get all of you to do, is to think about what else is possible within your business, whether you're good at it or whether you're not, just give it a shot. And that's what this is. This is us trying to make a tool for you that's going to get better as we go. But the whole point is to try something different. And I think Rob has laid out all the different things we can do tomorrow, like literally tomorrow. Hopefully all of you are creating your custom GPTs, because I didn't even realize that. We learned a bunch of stuff new tonight as well. But please scan that, fill out the questionnaire, save it, continue to fill it out. It will get better, and it will give you an idea to how to utilize some of the things Rob talked about tonight, implement into this.
And all the things you did, don't not do it right now. Because you got 10 minutes. Just take the 10. Let it be silent. Bars open until 7:30. But take the 10 minutes, right? And just go in and do really good detail. Really, this is the number one thing that's driving great business. How can I advance something forward using the tool? Is the summary perfect? I mean, I'm telling you, we put, I don't know,
Joe.
8 hours amongst all of us trying to get it to the level which Rob, we had a full conversation about, like, why we couldn't get it to like, so perfect an idea. It gives us a summary which we can introduce, share with the code, and then we would cycle back to you and say, hey, all right, let's take this. So take some time now. It's 7 on the dot. 7 on the dot. Technically said you'll be here for 5 minutes. So you got a whole half hour. Rob, while you're doing it, I just want to say, for a first event, from my perspective, we got an awesome guy to come in. Really, you guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic through the whole process. I would love to come back and support you guys. Are great. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I would finish it out. If you guys don't know, love your feedback. Then we always go through every single person's feedback. use it to build the future events. Next event will be in October. We will be blasting that out in the next couple of weeks. What it is,